A town burned to the ground. A nuclear power plant meltdown. Raging floodwaters. These seem like scenarios straight out of a comic book, but they've all happened. And one woman says she's built a bag that can help you deal with any emergency.
I make survival bags for women.
Call them what you want.
72-hour bags, go bags, bug out bags.
Dory Harrington says they're a necessary tool to tough out any situation. She calls them Mombies. Survival bags geared towards women made right in her Gilbert garage.
The reason I came up with my own is because everything I found that was on the market was either really generic, basic, not geared towards any specific person. And then you had the ones that were really doomsday prepper, hardcore, that weigh 80 to 90 pounds. I needed something more realistic.
Dory says she got the idea after realizing she wasn't prepared.
If I had to evacuate my house with no notice, I didn't even have anything prepared at all. I maybe had a couple water bottles lying around. You know, I'm passionate about it. I'm passionate because I was that mom that was kind of lost.
For those storms, a string of wildfires.
With the recent wildfire in Yarnell,
forcing dozens of families to evacuate.
And flooding in Colorado, she knew others probably felt the same way.
Women, we prepare for everything. Prepare for every day with our purse and our, keys and our lunch bags. But a lot of us forget about preparing for the unexpected.
Each bag is stuffed to the brim with equipment that allows a mother and her children to survive for 72 hours.
I went with something and I handpicked every item that goes in this bag. I really tried to just find items that were smaller, compacter, but rivaled some of these guys who have survival bags.
From water to this knife, which also doubles as a fire starter. Even this device.
It's the Go Girl. And the Go Girl is basically a urination device for women, so you don't have to expose yourself.
Dory says Mombies is designed to keep people comfortable. No matter what type of situation you may be dealing with. In Gilbert, Greg Argos, CBS 5 News.
430 horsepower. We're inside of a Ferrari F430. This vehicle costs more than $200,000. They've got a course set up here at Westgate where you can come out and do it for really cheap. These Italian ponies have a lot of horsies under the hood.
This thing makes right around 510 horsepower.
You don't have to be a hedge fund manager or superstar singer to get your turn behind the wheel of a Lamborghini Gallardo.
I think it cost us $100 to come out here. I thought it was definitely worth it. Absolutely.
And they're going to be in the driver's seat, and they're going to be shifting through gears, going onto the brakes, getting onto the gas.
The trek here today for this man.
Unless this is your everyday car, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
He's getting married next week, and coming to drive here was a gift from his fiancée.
Nice. You like the color?
He's always watching, car shows and stuff. So when it popped up, I thought it'd be perfect for the before wedding gift.
Pretty much just call it a Dream Car Sprint. We've been doing it for about a year and a half now.
You get 4 hot laps on a winding course set out in a vacant Westgate parking lot.
The second they get on that gas or turn that wheel, a big smile from ear to ear.
The business idea started in Orlando, Florida, and now it's spread nationwide.
We had a 82-year-old lady drive it the other day, and I'm gonna tell you, she was flooring it down the straightaway. People love it. Every person that comes to the event, 99% of them love the experience.
How was it, man?
It was sweet, dude.
That was wild.
Gotham Dream Cars expecting about 250 people to burn a little rubber here through the end of the weekend. Adam Longo, CBS 5.
How much do you love your job? Before you answer, you're going to want to watch tonight's Pay It Forward.
Pat McReynolds introduces us to a man who's made filling up your gas tank something people actually look forward to. He may even change your habits.
Quick quiz. When was the last time you got a hug at your local gas station?
Get over it, you. I love you so much.
Or maybe one of these.
Whoa! Best high five I got all day. Thank you.
For the past 3 years at the Fry's gas station at Gilbert and Baseline, adults.
Bye, girls.
Kids,
Bye, guys.
even dogs,
Give me kisses.
get extra love from arguably the friendliest fuel clerk in the valley.
See, it's that easy.
Marshall Olson takes incredible pride in his job,
Hey, I look forward to seeing you next time, my man.
and it doesn't go unnoticed.
He makes it personal. We're not just numbers, we're not just cars. He remembers people.
He's one of a kind. His kindness and his love is just something really special.
I know what you're thinking, but Marshall doesn't accept tips.
Hey, how are you, sir?
Rain or shine,
Hey, I want to wish you a good rest of the day.
hot or even hotter,
Now, do you want debit or credit?
this is who he is from the first pump to the last.
I do what I do just because that's the way it should be done, because that's just how I feel. Happy Wednesday.
Thank you.
Wow, that is so nice. My tip is a simple handshake, is that smile, is a laugh, is a hug. That's all I want. That's all I ever ask for.
Nice to meet you.
Middle school teacher and regular customer Kelly Farnsworth decided to put that tip policy to the test when he emailed us about Marshall's amazing customer service.
All right, my lady, I will see you next time.
I imagine he probably isn't expecting you to come up walking up with $500 today.
That's awesome. It's been a little while, huh?
Oh my goodness.
You always hurt my hand. How's it going? So I'm here for you, man, by the way.
Yeah?
I wrote into Channel 5 News, Pay It Forward, because every time I come here, you talk to my kids, you give us fives, you hug everybody. You're just a nice guy, Marshall. And as I was telling my students today, they're like, that guy at Fry's on Gilbert and Baseline, yes, he loves us and always takes care of us. So I wanted to pay it forward to you, my friend. And so they're here.
Thank you so much. What is this? No, dude. Thank you so
All right.
much. Come on, one more.
All right.
Dude, I'm all about the hugs, man.
Yeah, I know.
You know that, dude.
Pat McReynolds, CBS 5 News.
Bye, girls. Bye, guys.
Dude.
Yeah.
And more high-fiving.
Gonna hug it out right now.
Love that.
On this Wednesday afternoon, Apollo is doing what he loves. Hanging out with his owner, Lisa Goldstein. And then there's the training session, where Apollo learns how to rip an attacker to shreds.
Just having this kind of dog gives me a great sense of security. Apollo, boost.
When Lisa got Apollo 2.5 years ago, she didn't just want to teach him the basics.
Tell him plots.
He is trained just to protect me. He's not a guard dog. He's not an attack dog. He will only bite if I have commands that I tell him.
That's where Bob Salamini with Delta Canine Services comes in. Once he's suited up,
get out of here!
It's time to get Apollo riled up.
Ah, get him off!
The dog is just a pet dog right up until somebody does something that is going to do harm to you.
Bob has been training dogs for 22 years. Before he even begins training, he makes sure the dog is capable of learning.
We just test their prey drive, which we try to incorporate into the training, getting dogs to chase and use their mouth on things.
He says German Shepherds like Apollo make great pupils.
Knows how to defend, knows when to stop. He's a perfect pet and a perfect protector.
While Lisa says she hasn't had to unleash Apollo yet, knowing she can gives her peace of mind.
And somebody, says anything to me or wants to, mug you, attack you, whatever, I don't feel worried.
We all know wet weather creates dangerous driving situations. In fact, DPS says Monday some 4 dozen accidents the result of rain. So Tuesday, DPS and Mesa PD made it pour.
There's a lot of people driving in climate weather conditions, the same as you got a sunny day with dry roads.
Tom Gussie has been training cops for 2 decades on how to drive in the worst conditions. There's the obvious advice.
If you're too close to a car, what do? You back off from it.
And the obvious outcome. The stopping distance on wet roads dramatically increases. But what if it's too late and you're already hydroplaning?
Come on, now I just brake in a straight line.
Now that was an instructor with some 20 years experience. Now I'll give this a try as the average driver. The first thing I do is overcorrect my steering, which sends the car veering to the left.
Tell us, what were you experiencing when you just did that?
Sheer terror.
Sheer terror.
But Gussie says there are 3 simple ways to handle your car when it's riding on water.
Well, first of all, I say get off the gas. You always steer into the direction of the skid. and try to use a minimum amount of steering.
It could get you safely out of the skid and prevent something like this from ever happening. In Mesa, Greg Argos, CBS 5 News.
Golden Rule Tattoo in downtown Phoenix says this trend actually quietly started gaining steam several years ago, but thanks to social media, it's now taking the internet by storm.
It's just a different way of pushing the envelope of what we can do with tattooing.
Jason Anthony at Golden Rule says while 3D tattoos look shocking compared to what we're used to seeing,
Traditional American tattooing, you're using bold lines, heavy black shading, bright bold colors.
the technique is the same.
Like it's still a needle piercing your skin, you know, at 190 pokes per second.
But the result is anything but ordinary. Take a look at some of the 3D tattoos we found on Instagram.
The zipper tearing open someone's skin and it's like super rendered out. Those different kinds of fun things where it's like not just faces anymore.
Jason says they're all the rage right now, likely because of shock value. But if you're interested in getting inked up, get ready to fork over some cash.
You get what you pay for, and if you're looking for that super realism, yeah, you might pay a little bit more money.
And while this may be the latest and greatest in body art today, Jason says picking the right artist will hopefully lead to fewer regrets later on.
It might not look like that. So it's like, we'll see what happens. I mean, a lot of the stuff is built really well, and a lot of it, you know, maybe it's not.
In Phoenix, Lindsay Reiser, CBS 5 News.
At the Mesa Sizzler, that's right, the Mesa Sizzler, he's known as Kevin Juarez, working full-time as a dishwasher. But the 24-year-old is also known in different circles.
To say the least, I've always been a thrill seeker.
As Daredevil El Jalapeno.
I like to think of it as an alter ego.
El Jalapeno is a member of Team Dr. Danger, an old-school daredevil who's been in the biz for decades.
You guys gotta follow my directions exactly, or somebody's gonna end up dead.
Not so much for El Jalapeno.
I've been doing this since about February, maybe March.
And all of his training has been, shall we say,
everybody get back!
On the job.
It's like, hey, we need someone to be on fire. Who's gonna do the stunt tonight? And I'm just up there hopping, hey, I'll do it.
Now El Jalapeno is being featured on History Channel's American Daredevils as a member of Team Dr. Danger. Performing some not-so-safe stunts like this bus crash off of a 50-foot ramp.
Got no brakes, dude!
This might be that time where people say, well, at least he died doing what he loves. I jump vehicles, I get blown up inside of cars, I get set on fire. You know, the first thing that comes out of the mouth is, you're crazy. And it's like, I told you.
And he hopes one day his full-time job will be doing this rather than this.
Oh, gotta go to work at 9.
In Mesa, Greg Argos, CBS 5 News.